Good morning, everyone. So today we're gonna have an introductory class. So my name is Pratyusha, and I will be dealing geography for you people. And in this class, I will be explaining how geography is important for your civil services, and apart from that, also how geography in a whole will be important in gaining marks, basically. So how the geography is playing a role in examination, what type of percentage is given for geography, what kind of mains and prelims, how we're gonna discuss. Then we'll also discuss about what are the things which we'll be discussing in the classes. It's like an syllabus or the context of a book where we will be giving all the index now. So this is something like an index for you people.
Yes,
So my
ma'am.
name is Pratyusha, and I'll be dealing with geography for you people in your inter. So geography. So basic question will be asking, what is geography? Anyone would like to answer? You can just say your name and you can answer me the question. Anyone? Geography. All completed, no? Recently, 10th. You have written geography paper or geography subject exam. So what is geography?
Physical features of world.
Yes. Geography deals with the physical features of the world. See, in the diagram itself, you can see so many things have been included in there. So you can see a globe, you can see a compass, you can see a route, you can see contours. In the right side, you have see a map, then landforms. So we deal with a lot of things in geography. So basically, so what is geography? So geography, we deal with physical structures that are present not only on the Earth's surface, but also in the atmosphere. Why we are dealing with these both? It is because humans, we are mostly depending on the Earth's surface. We are actually living on the Earth's surface. And we are utilizing the atmosphere for oxygen, and we are polluting the Earth and the atmosphere. So we need to study how we can maximize the resources, and how we can protect ourselves, and how we can sustain development can be achieved. So in these all aspects, geography will be very much important. So usually the geography is being divided in a broad sense. If you want to discuss, geography can be divided in three basic structures, where one is physical geography, the next will be human geography, then we have geographic techniques that's been present. So in your civil services, we mainly will be focusing on the physical geography part and the human geography part. So in the physical geography, again, we have a lot of divisions that will be present. So first division, we have, as you told, studying about physical structure. Physical means the different types of landforms, water, then we have vegetation, we have soil. So these all things will be coming under the physical geography. So here we have climatology, where we'll be dealing with climate. Then we have geomorphology, where we'll be dealing with landforms. So how the landforms are formed, or else you might have heard about this plate tectonic theory. So once upon a time, whole Earth, the land was in a one uniform land. Then the land split into two. What are those two? Anyone? Any remembrance?
Angara and Gondwana.
Angara and
Angara and
Gondwana.
Gondwana.
Yes. So then again, it was divided. We have Laurentia. Then we have different countries have been formed. So these all things will be coming under the physical geography. In this physical geography, we also have about the soil geography, oceanography. These all will be coming under the physical geography. Then next part, we have human geography. So this is more important for us, because you can understand we are mostly interested in how we can increase our production in the terms of agriculture, industries, service sector. So these all we need to increase more and more, because the demand is more and more. So here we'll have human geography part. So basically human geography deals with the settlements. See, we have different types of settlements will be present. Then we have the economic geography. So as I told, agriculture, industries, minerals. So why they are located there and why the industries are locating in this areas. So these all will be coming. Then we'll be dealing with the different types of uh, population. Then we'll deal about census. So these all will be coming under the geography part in the whole. So geographical techniques is not much importance in our civils. Generally, if you're a graduate of geography and all, you'll be dealing with those. So next is a major important question. Why we need geography? So some people might have in this question that why do we need history? Why do we need geography? So is it not enough if we read public administration, polity, economy? Because those are major ones that are being required for administration. So if you want to become a civil service servant, so when you will be posted in a district, so what you need to learn about the district? First, you have to learn about what is a history, what is a geography of that region. So if you want to work in a region and you want to make a policy, or you want to implement a policy, or you want to know what are the problems in that region, so first thing you have to understand is the geography of the region. Either it is a arid region, or else it is the we have a humid type of climate is being present, or we have a high amount of rainfall, or droughts are very much prone in this region, or else we can say landslides are more in this region like Himalayas. And if you're in Rajasthan or Gujarat, then you have to know about all the drought, how we can save water, whatever has been present, watershed management should be known. So these all is important because we are living in a world. Yes, any doubt? Should I slow down a bit? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, it's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, why we need geography is that first thing you need to know if you're administrating a region, you need to know what geography has been present there. So it helps in formulating policies accordingly. And the second major thing is that as an human beings, we have on a whole or knowingly, unknowingly, we are polluting the environment. And in the future run, we doesn't provide this environment to a future generation. That is nothing but the sustainable development is not provided. Then it is no use of our development to be called like we are economically growing, or we are super fast or developed countries and all. It is not basically suitable to say like that. So if you are having sustainable development, then only you can proudly say we are doing these things. For this also you need the geography to be present. So here environment, the wildlife, the flora, fauna. So if you know, we have this concept of indigenous varieties. It means that the plants or the animals that are being present, they are only available in a particular region. So why they are only available in that region? Again, geography plays a major factor. See, even in history also, if you see, all the civilizations that have been growing and all in the early stages, they are majorly depending upon the geography of that region. Either there is a river present there, or else they are having large amount of fertile lands and all. So or minerals are being present in that region. So these all played a major role. So geography played a major role right in the history, right from ancient period time. They're having geography is playing a major role. So coming to the syllabus. So we have discussed what is geography, what are the, in broadly, so what are the things that are being present in geography, and why geography is important for us as a civil servants. Then next part, we'll be discussing where the geography stands in the prelims and in the mains. So as you all know, you might have heard these all things. So here in prelims part, so we have physical geography, world, India and world geography, physical, social, economic, geography of India and world. So this is only one sentence that's been given here. But believe me, there is a lot of things you need to know about each and everything of geography. So that is with the prelims. Prelims geography is being present in the GS paper 1. Then here in the mains, so in the mains, we have the general studies one. In the general studies one, we have geography of the world and the society. So even we are including the Indian geography, then the world geography. So these all will be coming under the geography of the world and the society in the GS paper one. So why we usually start with the syllabus, and why we say this is very important, understand the syllabus, read the syllabus and all, because you have to understand. So in the current situations, for example, I'll be saying now, I suppose majority of you all are present in Hyderabad or any other areas, but now we are having monsoon seasons are coming up. So you might have heard in Hyderabad last 2 days it's been raining heavily. So you have to know why it's raining, why we have dark clouds. Anytime you wondered looking at the sky, you'll find dark clouds, enormous distance. The diameter of those clouds will be very much huge in nature. So they are called cumulonimbus clouds. So everything you see, geography is very interesting topic, because whatever you see, you learn in the book, you can easily find it in the surroundings. You can't find with your eye the process, but you can find the stages of those process with your eye. You can easily see, look out on the window. Now you have the climate change. So you can differentiate the climate change in the May and the June and July. So how you are feeling? So May we had a heat wave. So do you know what is a heat wave and all? So sudden increase of temperatures for a long period of time, around 7 to 10 days of time. So that thing we call it as heat waves. So we had a heat wave in Telangana region and all. So Andhra Pradesh also had large amount of temperatures this time. So even Delhi, for example, there was a news stating that in 122 years, so this is the highest temperature Delhi has observed. So why I am telling these all things? See, if you understand the subject, and if you understand this current events are going on, so this current events you have to link it with this subject. So now you're dealing with heat waves, you're telling monsoons. So where this all will be coming? Okay, in prelims geography it will be coming. In the mains GS1 geography of the world, in the geography of the world mainly it will be coming under the monsoons of India or the climate of India. See, you can link. So when you link more, you'll remember it more. Instead of reading monsoons coming from June, there'll be onset of monsoons, they'll be ended to September. So this is a factual information. So instead of remembering the factual information, you have to understand the process behind it. So you have to understand why the monsoons are occurring. So why it is affecting, why we are more interested in monsoons, why we are more interested, because our agriculture is primarily depending on monsoons. Why El Nino, La Nino, you might have heard these all sometimes or other in the news channels or in etc. So now we are having El Nino period. Now we are having La Nino period. So all these terms which you hear and which you read in your newspaper, you will be easily linking to the subject whenever you have a clear understanding about the syllabus. So here I am just showing you the weightage of different subjects. So majorly I'll be concentrating on geography and environment, which you can see. So you can see the geography is a standard where around 10 to 14 or 15 questions will be coming up every year from geography. So mostly you can see that one question regarding Himalayas or passes will be asked, and one question regarding the location. So which country border, which are the certain borders and all are there. Then environment plays a major role. So geography and environment go hand in hand. So they are most linked ones. So you can see the environment also is playing major role recently. So 12 questions, 14 questions, we have to be very much sure in clarity, and we have to understand the world very much in the positions. So what are the boundaries that are being present? Is there any water boundary, major ports that are being present? See, whenever you find a city name or a country name in the news, so long period of time that country is in news, so what you should do is that you should open your atlas. You have to see where the country is being present or where that place is being present. What are its boundaries or what are major physical features in that? So it develops, you have to develop an interest in your atlas. So you need to master geography. First of all, you need to have the understanding of the concepts. Next one, majorly you have to have understanding of the world, how the world is being present, or how the location of that area is being present. So this gives an added advantage for you in the exam. So either you can draw the maps easily, or else you can easily explain the features or what are the factors that are being affecting that place. So this is the main syllabus majorly. In the main syllabus, as I told you, physical, economical, and social will be present. Then we have world features are being present. So here in the physical, we have world physical geography is being present. Like what is how are the landforms formed? How are the landforms distributed? Where are the important mountains are formed? What are different oceans? Then we have what are different rivers that are being present in the world. These all are comes under the physical geography part. Then we have phenomena are very much important now, where earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic activities, cyclonic activities, these are playing a major role, and we need to discuss extensively on these topics. Then in the economical factors, we have to, there's a special mentioning about the natural resource across world, including South Asia and Indian subcontinent. So we have to not only focus on Indian subcontinent, but also as a whole in the South Asia. So why is this? Again, our current affairs plays a major role. So India is trying to become a superpower, not like in the world, but at least in the South Asian region. So where we are trying to help other countries in many different ways. Afghanistan we are helping Sri Lanka, we are helping large amount of African countries. We are having large amount of trade relations with different countries. So we're gonna learn about what are the different resources are present in the world. Next, we have factors that are responsible or how they are affecting the agriculture industry, the service sector, and how these industries are present in the world. So you might have heard that Germany is best for automobiles. So you might have heard this. Silicon Valley is best for IT. So now we have Japan and Korea regions where a large amount of technology is being developing. So even in India, we have the demographic dividend where we have the service sector is more for us. So even Hyderabad, which has been present, large amount of service sector, large amount of IT industry is located in this region. So what are the factors that are being contributing for these regions? Or else when we take, for example, agriculture. So if you want to discuss about agriculture, so for example, you take paddy crop. So this paddy crop, you have to know what are the favorable conditions for the paddy crop. So how they are being present, or which soil is more fertile for cultivating the paddy crop, which is a time best for, or which is a season best for paddy cultivation. So these all are needed. So then what are the problems that are being faced by the farmers? So recent, like almost a decade onwards, so the farmers issue are coming up time and tidily. So recently we had a farmers agitation also in the central level, and we also have to learn these all things. So we have to interlink with the current issues. So why I am repeatedly saying interlink the current issues with the geography, or current issues with the syllabus, that is because the UPSC has changed its trend. So last decade onwards, what is happening is that they're not asking what is present in the textbooks directly. So they're not asking where is the Himalayas present, or else where is K2 mountain present. So these type of questions are decreasing year after year. But instead, they are coming up with the current affair linked questions. So if there is a topic or current issue has been going on in the India or in the world, so related to that, they are linking with the syllabus. So there's a link with current affairs. So that's why I'm majorly stressing this current affairs and current issues. So you have to regularly start reading newspaper, and accordingly, after reading newspaper, you have to make sure you look at atlas first of all, because large amount of areas you'll be dealing, no, large amount of news you'll be studying. So you have to locate where those places are being present, any how the boundaries are present, which countries are bounding that country. Then you have to link with the subject. So what is the cause of this, what are the major causes, and how it is affecting the society, or how it is affecting us. So these all you have to read. Then we have any problem? Any problem? Should I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
So next, we are mostly nowadays, you might have heard the climate change, global warming, pollution. So these all are sustainable development goals and all. So we are largely concentrating, or we are largely concerned about the climatology or the climate change that's been happening. So we'll be discussing about all the climate change, how it has been affecting, what India has been doing, how we are taking part in the global stand, what is a global stand on climate change, what are our efforts, and how the world has been going on. So how the things are, or the phenomena that are being present in geography as a whole, we'll be discussing. So this is primarily the major. If you want to write it down somewhere, so you can even write it down. So this is what we'll be discussing in geography. So when you talk about geography, no, when you want to divide it, so if you want me to say, ma'am, you just give me, you just explain about the subtopics that are being present in the geography, I would say this is where the whole geography will come and fit. So we have physical geography, Indian geography, human geography, world geography. So these four divisions we can make. So where the physical geography, so we have geomorphology, as I told you, how the earth is formed. So how the landforms are formed. So these all will be coming here. Then we have geological time scale. So you already know the evolution of man or evolution of species. So we actually started with amoeba or a single cell organisms. So from there we have evolved and we have come up with a large number of do anyone want to talk or you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll be talking about the geological time scale, how we are dividing the time. So from past, we have been given eras, epochs, periods. So these all we are division on all is been present. We'll be discussing that. Then all about Earth, and we'll also discuss about the universe. So what are the different planets, how it has been moving, so how planets are present, which are big one, small one, anti-clockwise, clockwise. And recently, the sun's atmosphere also has been discussion in the current affairs. So we also will be dealing with those all things. Then we have weathering and different types of rocks that are being present. Then we'll learn about the volcanoes, mountain building process, landforms. Then we have climatology, where different phenomena will be explained in the climatology. Monsoons, major topic. So we all have to concentrate more on these topics. Then oceanography. So how are the ocean currents present? What are the different physical structures that are being present in the ocean? So you don't expect mountains to be only in sorry, I got disconnected. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be sharing the screen. So here we were discussing about the oceans. So oceans, ocean currents, relief. So these all will be discussed. Then we have biogeography. Like this is where the environment subject will come. So as I told you, geography and environment go hand in hand. So ecosystem, biomes, environment. So these all topics we'll be discussing. Next, we have human geography. So how our population distribution has been happening? What are the different economic activities that are being present? Agriculture, manufacturing, and service sector. Then majorly Indian geography, we'll be first discussing about the physiographic divisions of India. Then drainage system, that's nothing but Ganga, Godavari, Krishna, Indus, Brahmaputra. So these are all rivers we'll be discussing. Then we have the climate change of India, where monsoons, how are summers present, how are winters present, and we have vegetation and soil. Then natural calamities and geophysical phenomena, how population is present in India, what are the different agricultural crops we are growing, and then we'll discuss about livestock. We have mineral resources, energy resources, major industries and industrial regions. Then we have transport and infrastructure. So then we also can include IT here. So how it has been growing and all. So service sector also will be included in these things. So next we have world geography. We'll be discussing about major natural regions and their features. So different natural resources are being present, and how major industries are present in that region. What are the favorable factors? How it is affecting. So these all will be coming under the geography. So these all will be completed for you people. So whatever I've been showing in the slide now will be dealt for you people in detail. So next question, what is my teaching methodology for you people? So as we are starting with the intermediate, and we need to have lot amount of basic understanding about concepts and basic strongness we have to be, so that in the degree, when you're coming to degree, you'll be directly involved in the advanced level, where we'll be dealing with large amount of mains answer writings and all. So large amount of answers, technicality, and different things will be dealt. So if you don't have your basics very strong, so you can't write the mains answer, because first of all you are very confused in the concepts. So you can't write an answer on monsoons, so you don't know what is monsoons, so you can't write an answer on monsoons. But instead what we are doing is that in intermediate level, so in your +1 and +2, we will be dealing with the basics of geography, both world and Indian. So what all you have seen just now, no? On a basic level, we don't go in a depth level, but on the basic level, we'll be dealing with all the aspects that are being present in NCRT books 6th to 12th. So all these things will be completed in your +1 and +2. And along with the classes, I also will be giving you the class notes. Apart from class notes also, college will be providing a compilation of NCRT book. We call it as primer, that has been provided for you people, where all the 6th to 12th geography NCRT material will be compiled and will be provided to you. Then we also will be dealing with activity based learning. So time and tidily, whenever we finish a topic, or whenever I prefer you to have an visual understanding also, even I will be providing different videos regarding geography. So as we are in a technological era, so we are already having the revolution of technology has been going on, where large amount of videos and all are being provided. So now showing the earth continents moving and present in the present position, these all I can show you in the video, so you'll have a better understanding. And we also will be doing different activity based learning, where we'll be pointing out the atlas, or you'll be asked to point out different points in the India, or different things in atlas. So recently what all are there in the news, we'll be doing map pointing, etc. And you have to have an atlas, so please buy an atlas. And you have to be like, atlas should be your friend for all these years. And I'll be integrating the current affairs with geography. As I told you, I am very much focusing on interlinking of current issues. So if there is an heat wave, so I'll be discussing what is a heat wave. So once I don't know if you might be very young, maybe very small, I have to say. We have a concept of blue moon, So moon doesn't be in blue, no? So why it is called blue moon? Why it is called red moon? So these all also in the current affairs issue. So all these things I'll be interlinking with the geography. I'll dedicate certain amount of time where current events, whatever are happening related to geography, will be discussed. So what I need from you people is that you have to daily revise whatever topic we have been doing. You have to be like all the basics should be on your fingertips. So someone ask you, or if your brother, sister, or someone asks you why Earth is rotating, or why we are rotating around the sun. So from where the Earth is formed. So these all are basic questions. So these basic questions should be answered by you. So if anyone asks these basic questions, you should be the first one to open up and answer. Then daily revision is from your part. Then apart from this, we'll be having a weekend assessment test will be done. Every week you'll be having a weekend. Then we have the revision test, Samiksha, will be present for a month or somewhere. Then we have grand test. So once all the syllabus has been completed for that year. So in this year, if we have dedicated physical geography. So by the end of the year, we'll be having a grand test. Based on that, we have Sumeda, where we'll be conducting grand test. So it is like you have to compete with yourself. So last exam you got 50% or 70% of marks. So next time you have to try for 71%. So I don't expect you to jump from 70 to 90. A little bit of 70, 75, increasing 1%, because we are having a lot of time. No? Why we are joining from the intermediate in the civil services? So major question will be asked. Why intermediate civil services? Why? Because basics will be important. Basics understanding will be important. So when you join the civil services in the intermediate level, so your understanding about the topics will be very vast. So someone learning suddenly are learning sentences, but you already learned ABCD, you learned words, you know how to frame the words, you know sentences. So making sentences and talking will be very easy for you. But instead, some person who doesn't know how to read and etc. suddenly try to focus on reading the sentences, or suddenly focus on reading the words. So he might not understand it, or it takes large amount of time for him to understand. For our basic thing is that we need this understanding and all. No, we are starting it from before. So that when you go into the competitive world where you'll give your first attempt, you will be giving your 100%, such that you'll be cracking the exam in the first attempt itself. So that's with it. That's it with the presentation. So we'll have an interactive session. So 10 minutes or so. So what are your concerns in geography? So some people might be like, geography, it's very difficult subject. What? It's a boring subject. So anyone who has such kind of thinking, like geography, no, it is not my cup of tea and all. Anyone? No, everyone loves geography.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I love this thing. I love when this geography is being your good subject, on your good side, not on the bad side. So please don't listen to the classes with the presumption that geography is a boring subject or it is very difficult to understand and all. No. Oh, it's a favorite. So someone is like me. It's nice. So geography is very lively subject. I will mostly try to make you understand in simplest forms. So we don't. I usually don't focus on the bookish knowledge or bookish sentences and all. So I want you people to understand the geography more and more, such that you'll have like if someone asks, you can easily explain them. So when you understand only, you'll be explaining. So why I'm talking about this explanation part? Because mains is nothing but you have to put your thoughts clearly on your paper. So that is where the thing will be happening. So why we are stressing more on basics, why this, how many exams and all, why NCRTs are important, because they are providing the basic pillar structure for your foundation. The foundation of the civil services will be given in your intermediate level. So you should not slack off saying that we are having so much of time. In the starting, everyone will be like full on Josh. So they'll be going on reading, everyone will be nice. But after 1 month, after 2 months, slowly the interest will be coming down. So you should never do that. You should always remember that there is only this 5 years of time has been present. So work for this 5 years of time, you will achieve your goal. So don't slack off. Every day you try to read one new thing. So in that current affairs also, one new topic will be coming on. So you can understand those topics, read about those topics. So daily, if you read one topic also, or you try to understand one geographical phenomena also, by the time you complete your intermediate, so you'll be like geography experts. So you can easily write the means answers. So I request you people, please see the syllabus. So please see previous year's questions. If not previous all years, you just look at 2020. You no need to answer it all. So if you don't answer one question also, it's very much common. So why I'm telling you is not to scare you people, but the thing is that you'll develop an understanding. So if you know this is a pattern that will be coming. So why we always stress on syllabus and learning this current affairs, newspaper and all is that you'll have a pattern in the mind. It's like it's a maze that's been present. So you know how to put the blocks there. So the maze is S shape, or there's something like L shape and all. So you can easily put those puzzle pieces there and complete the puzzle. So you need to understand where they are present. So you know, and puzzle is present in your mind. So you have to put it in the syllabus puzzle. So you have to put the blocks in the syllabus puzzle so that your whole syllabus will be completed. So you know, you might have felt this feeling. So in the exams and all, when you complete the whole syllabus before starting the syllabus, your feeling will be very different. And after completing the syllabus, the confidence which you'll have, no, that is different. So why we are providing the basics? Because of the confidence. We want you people to have the best confidence in the all the basics that are being present in the civils, so that you will be going into the advanced level. So it will be very easy for you in the advanced level. You will be like easily writing means answers and all. So I mean talking more and more. So anyone would like to talk or would like to ask any doubts, who are having any sort of doubts in your mind regarding geography? Am I going in a pace with you, or what all I've told you is going above your head? Anyone? No? Yes? No, ma'am, it's clear. Oh, do luck matter? If you believe luck matters, it will matter. If you believe luck doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So it is in your perceptions. So I can't just say everyone like luck matters, or I can't say for everyone their luck doesn't matter. So it depends on you. So if you believe in luck, luck matters. If you don't believe in luck, luck doesn't matter. But as you told, hard work and dedication will matter. So not even hard work and dedication. So along with hard work and dedication, you also add smart work. So it's not like only hard work you have to do. So along with hard work, dedication, add the smart work also. So that will help you to stand among all. So why do you think few people are ranked more in mains, but they're not ranking, you know, when you see the marks list of the people, so they might have got more marks in mains, but they got less marks in interview. So that is because they are having clarity will be present in presentation of paper, but these communication may not be present, so where they can clearly communicate the thoughts or your thoughts to the interviewer. So even this is important. So we are also concentrating on this development also. So the communication development, the self-confidence and all, no? These are also being developed in the college. So we do have the activity-based interactions that are being present. So different activities will be performed. Thank you. So my aim is you should feel like you are very confident in geography. So if a geography question is asked, or if someone comes and asks you a question in geography, you have to happily, confidently, with the interest, you have to explain them. I'll try my best to make geography an easy subject for you all people. Yes, I'll be teaching you the +1 geography for you people. I guess we'll be starting the classes from 14th. Are you all coming on 14th or later you're coming? 14th is a date, I guess. So I'll be dealing with your geography +1 and 11th. Sorry. That's 11th. Yeah, my mistake. That is 11th. So 11th, you all will be coming, and I'll be seeing you people on 11th, and 11th onwards, we'll be start. So even 11th again. So we'll be discussing what is NCRT, why it's. Yes, that's nice. I get more excited to see that people are loving geography. So I can make geography an easy subject for you. So I love geography. So I am actually doing my PhD also in geography. So geography is my breath and hold. I can live on geography. So basically like that. So any doubts regarding syllabus or anything you want to interact or something else, you can talk. So if anyone would like to say a few words about the lesson or the interaction also, it'll be good. Is it clear, no? My voice or my explanation. So I'll try to provide more and more information for you people. And we'll be using videos, whatever technology has been present now, we'll use all the things. So our aim is to crack government servant. We have to be government servant. That's it. Yes. So yes, there is no, for me, no, there is no division between you people. SSC, CBSC, ICSC, no, nothing. You people are civil aspirants. Civil aspirants will start from zero. So my classes, everyone, I will feel that you people know nothing. No, you are like babies. So how we'll teach ABCD to the babies? So I'll be teaching you geography ABCD for you. So this 2 years of intermediate, we'll be dealing with ABCD words and all, etc. So in degree, we'll be dealing with all advanced. So we'll be writing sentences, talking sentences and all. So complicated words and all we'll be using. So no problem. Don't worry about whatever your background is, whatever you can write, you don't write, you can't read. So I'll be helping you in all sorts of things. So our aim is to have NCRTs 6th to 12th will be completed. So that is our short-term goal. Our long-term goal is preparing the civils completely. So by the time 5 years are over, you have to be ready like, okay, give me the question paper, I'll write the exam. So this is our target. So first our intermediary target or short-term goals, long-term goals, you might have heard these all words. So our short-term goal is that is the basics, NCRTs 6th to 12th will be completed in your intermediate. Any questions? You can ask me. So the more you ask, the more I'll get excited to answer you people. So more I'll learn and I'll come. But when you become passive, so we'll also lose the interest. So when you become active, you'll say, ma'am, you teach us more, ma'am, you give more information to us and all. No, I'll be more excited. I'll learn. I'll do my homework and come. No, it's not like I'm giving you homework. How many subjects? So it's not like how many subjects you can say. So here, thank you. Kind. No, I would listen that kind word when I give homework and also punishments if you don't do that. If you say me kind after that also, we'll see. So yes, I'll be strict. So how much friendly I am right now? I'm very strict in exams, and I need you to understand the topics. So when I am giving 100% to you, I'll require at least 80 to 90%. So I don't expect 100%, but at least 80 to 90%. So, and if I give you any work of homework, drawing diagrams, maps and all, do we go to library regarding geography? No, we'll be going, you'll have a library hour also will be present, I think. So those are will be dealing. Linking geography with current affairs. Yes, linking geography with current affairs will be more interesting. So, when a heat wave, as I told you, it's something like 122 years, one highest temperature. It means how much climate change have increasing. The monsoons, right now it's raining here in my area. So looking at the sky, my kid also gets excited. So geography is very interesting. So look at something, you'll have so many things to learn. So we'll link. So compulsory, indefinitely, I'll be linking the current affairs in geography. Which subjects do we have? So you'll have history, you'll have polity, then you have economy, then my subject, geography. So here I can show you one in a recent thing, I guess. Sorry, someone asked how many subjects are there. I'll just show you here. So you can see this thing. So these are the subjects. If you want me to broadly divide the subjects, no? So you'll have economy, then Indian history and culture, Indian polity, geography, environment, science and technology, general science. So general science is nothing but your biology and physics that is being present. Biology, zoology, physics that's been present, that will come under the general science. Then we have international relations. Then we have Indian society and social justice and the sports. So instead of sports, so do you see any current affairs here? There's no separate thing. But what all questions have been asked here, no? All these 15 questions, 20 questions, 18 questions, more than 50% of the questions have been asked interlinking the current affairs with the subject. So you have to be very thorough with the current affairs. So these all are different subjects that are being present. So all these subjects, your basics may be dealt with for you, all the history, economy, polity, geography, environment. So all the NCRTs that are being present, that will be completed in your book, or sorry, in your intermediate level. One second, I missed it. When I'm sharing, no, I can't see the questions. Ma'am, after college, at home, as per you, 3 hours are enough for doing homeworks? Yes. Is reading okay, I'll come by line. Ma'am, recently we heard a news that because of a dam in China, Earth lost some of its speed. Does it come under geography? Yes. Dam is geography. Earth is geography. Earth rotation is geography. So these all will be coming on geography. You have to know. So is it true or not? Why it is influencing and all. So, and next question is reading newspaper important, ma'am? Yes. Very important, because I'll tell you one concept of current affairs, which you have to put it in your mind. See, current affairs is not like day basis. So today one thing happened, so you have to read today's date, this thing happened. No, it is not like that. Current affairs is something which is happening from previous days. So from past few days or past few months and all, no, the event has been happening, or there's a lot amount of discussion that has been happening. So what happened is that reading newspaper helps you to understand what things are going on, what are its background, and most importantly, which I am when I study, I usually focus is that the opinions. See, we have letters to editor, editorial column and all. So it gives you different opinions. So these opinions you can use in writing answers. So in answer writing, you can pick up these opinions and put it in the answer. So what are the negative phenomena? What are the positiveness? What can be done in that position? So these all will be discussed in the newspaper. So this is where the newspapers will be coming in handy. So you might have seen in debates and all, some new concept will be discussed, or someone will say some new opinion will be discussed. So newspaper is nothing but a debate where a large number of opinions will be present. So you have to understand those opinions and you have to remember those. You have to analyze those. So not just reading the newspaper, I say analyze the newspaper. So instead of reading the newspaper, you should analyze it. So why is this event happening? How it is affecting? Is it affecting India? Or is it affecting another people? Or is it affecting climate change? So dams, China, Earth rotation and all. Ma'am, do we have French Revolution in history? Indian history, you will not have French Revolution. So world history, you not need to learn much. You'll just read French Revolution, what happened, what who, between whom it happened, what are the major words that are being used. So in our constitution, I'll come one after one question, please. No, whatever your questions is that, no, write it in your chat box. So in that chat, please do continuously write all your questions. I'll be coming up one after the other. So I don't mind that. So I was talking about French Revolution. So from this French Revolution, we have took certain words in our polity, on our constitution. We took few words from French Revolution. So from like that, you have to link. So one subject is not like history, only history, geography, only geography, polity, only polity. No, link all. So when you start interlinking, start analyzing the subject more, the more and more interest will be coming up. Next, yes, ma'am, after college, at home, as per you, 3 hours are enough for doing homework. See, I don't say 3 hours, 4 hours, 1 hour, 2 hour. See, some topics, what happens is that you might have heard when my topics are there. In class only, you have understood everything. So instead of 1 hour work, you will complete the work in only 15-20 minutes. So it depends on your understanding. So if you understand the subject more and more, so if you concentrate more in the class, no, your homework doesn't feel like homework. It'll be like revision work. Okay, next, ma'am, you are fired. Yeah, now I'm. I love this thing. So I like you people. I want you people to interest more in geography so that I can keep my interest in geography more and more. Ma'am, is focusing on atlas more important? Yes, yes. Because why I'll tell you is that we have direct questions have been asked in the exam where we were talking about some, we have the Israel crisis will be happened like 2-3 years. Then we have migration happening. So they asked about a place, Jerusalem, or I don't remember the proper question, but they asked whether it is having an ocean boundary or water boundary. So you need to know Atlas more. So Atlas is very interesting when you see, all the places, geography. So I'll make you interest. It's not Atlas is not at all problem. So we'll practice more. And then thank you, ma'am. I'm from ICSE. Is it okay if I write answers like I used to write before, like only the keywords? No. So actually, what happens is that till your 10th, your writing will be different or the focus will be different. But now the focus will be the mains writing. If you ask me, the focus will be different. So we have to analyze the question. Either it is asking pointers or it is asking to discuss or it is asking to elaborate. So we have certain words are being present or criticize. So based on the question, we'll analyze whether we have to use pointers or write it in a para or write it in a criticism basis like pros and cons or what is the situation present. So based on the question, you'll be writing. So if you are ICSE and you already know about the keywords, so you are having an advantage. That's it. You can easily write answers. Ma'am, I think our Earth is getting into trouble because of human activities. I mean, most of them are anthropogenic. Yes. Anthropogenic. Anthropogeny is very much causing because there is my saying, you can't find this one. I have that, like, what do we say? Rights. I have that intellectual rights regarding this sentence. So geography is all about balance. So this is my like sub sentence. So you can see me using this words, the sentence very frequent. So geography is all about balance. So when we, as our human activities are disturbing the earth very much, we have disturbed for so long period of time. Now we are trying to we are trying to make amendments to our thing. Ma'am, is reading newspaper time consuming? Yes. Yes. I agree. Reading newspaper time consuming. That is where we will come to the part. Okay. Someone asked, I'll just go. Ma'am, is geography subject there will be a newspaper analysis? Yes. Newspaper analysis as a whole, I won't be reading. But whatever I feel it is linked with our subject, so it is directly linked with geography or directly linked with environment, I will make sure I'll make a point in the class and I'll explain why it is happening or what is the phenomena behind. So I'll have a discussion in the class about it. Okay, we're having end up. I just, ma'am, dictionary needed for geography and newspaper. For newspaper, dictionary is needed. For geography, I am there now. I'll be your dictionary for geography. Then should we write answers only in points? No, that's what I'm telling. It is not like we have to write it in points. So we will discuss. we are here to help you understand the analysis part, and we will try and we will teach you how you should write your mains, answers, and all. So no need to worry. So first we will concentrate on basics first. Ma'am, yes, it is newspaper consuming. Again, we will discuss on how what points you have to concentrate, how you have to understand. Will they provide all the insights? So we will be providing a compilation book called Primer. So all the NCRTs 6 to 12, we have made it into one single book or two books. So we'll be giving you those books. So I'll end the class. You'll be having another class again. So thank you all, and I hope I'll see you all on 11th.
Hello aspirants, welcome to the class, guys. So very good morning to one and all. Am I audible? So you can comment on a chat section. Am I audible, guys? Okay, fine. Thank you. So very good morning to one and all. Yeah. So today is the orientation class related to the Indian economy. So here we will discuss about the syllabus of Indian economy and what should be the approach to study Indian economy. So you all know that the UPSC preparation required multiple dimensions. You have to prepare for the exam, and at the same time you need to have a rigorous practice sessions regarding the exam, and at the same time you have to prepare for 3-stage process with respect to the examination. So as most of the faculty say that, so UPSC is considered to be a 3-stage process. You all know it. So 3-stage process in the sense you will be having a prelims, okay, and then mains, and then the interview. Okay. So most of the faculty might have said this prelims, mains, and the interview. So the prelims is nothing but the objective exam. Okay, so objective type of exam, and the mains is nothing but a descriptive type of exam. Okay, so descriptive type of exam, and interview is nothing but the one-to-one face-to-face discussion. Okay, so where people would be asking the many questions and you have to answer it. So here with respect to the prelims, all the time, as it is an objective type of exam, so you will be having a question and options will be given. Okay, so options will be given 4 options like A, B, C, D. Okay, and then you have to write the correct answer. So that means so with respect to the prelims, you know the answer is in front of you, so you have to tick one of them, and accordingly you will get the marks. And a descriptive type of exam is only question is given, you have to write the answer. And the interview section, so there is no boundary, so for which type of questions they might ask. So all the time interview is very a tough kind of thing, because there is no boundaries with respect to the interview. So at the same time, if they ask any known questions, then it is easy for you to answer those questions with respect to interview. So this is the basic structure. Okay, and if you take with respect to the Indian economy, okay, so with respect to Indian economy, okay, so which is a very important subject, and you can score more amount of marks, more number of marks. So with respect to the prelims and as well as mains, and then even in the interview. Okay, so if you see with respect to the prelims, Indian economy weightage is almost out of 100 questions, they can ask at least 15 to 20 questions. So 15 to 20 questions. So that means each question carries 2 marks. So 30 marks to 40 marks. Okay. So you will get from the Indian economy. And even from the mains, if you take, okay, so mains consisting of almost including essay, okay, so essay plus paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. You all know it. So essay is a separate one, and a paper 1 consisting of, so paper 1 consisting of the history, okay, so paper 1 consisting of history, geography and society. Paper 2 consisting of the Indian polity, international relations and governance. And paper 3 consisting of Indian economy, science and technology, and then disaster management and security. So many topics are included in paper 3. And paper 4 is exclusively for ethics. Okay. So here, if you take with respect to the Indian economy, okay, so which is coming in paper 3, okay, GS. So this all comes under the GS part. So these are, everything is called as general studies. Okay. So if you take with respect to the Indian economy, the weightage in the mains is almost there are sometimes they ask 20 questions. So 20 questions they ask. Okay. So out of 20 questions, so you will get 10 questions into 10 marks. Okay. So 100 marks. So that means even in the Indian economy mains, okay, so you have to read in such a way that you can get good amount of marks. So 50% questions they are asking from the Indian economy. Okay. So 10 questions, each question carries 10 marks, 100 marks you are getting. Okay. So this is the weightage with respect to the means. And with respect to the interview, if you take, so with respect to the interview, so even in the interview also, okay, so how the interview goes on, or how the people are answering the interview questions means, so most of the questions, previous experience of the most of the candidates who has cleared the interview, if you take some of the questions, okay, some of the questions which are asked in the interview is mostly related to the Indian polity, okay, so mostly related to the biodata of the aspirant. So for example, if you are belonging to AP or Telangana, so they may ask any question related to the history of AP and Telangana. Okay. And if you are studying in Hyderabad, okay, so they can ask anything about related to the history of Hyderabad. So the biodata which you have filled in the application form, so which is called as detailed application form, DAF, we called as. So based on that one, most of the interview goes on. And at the same time, the newspaper which is in the, some of the news are in the very hot topics. So those hot topics are asked in the interview. So even if you want to prepare interview in a most structured manner, so then you have to concentrate the basic subjects of the syllabus. So like basic subjects means one is Indian polity, and another one is Indian economy, Indian history, and geography. Okay. So if you prepare the basic topics related to these, okay, then there is a possibility that they may ask in these areas. And at the same time, you have to concentrate on the biodata and as well as the current affairs. Okay. So then there is a possibility that you can get good marks in the interview. So that means the weightage with respect to the interview in the Indian economy is also in such a way that you can get good score. So they may ask, may not ask, because the interview is all the time the status of mind of the interviewer. If the interviewer is from the economic background, then he can ask any question related to the economy. So because even in the interview panel, if you go, there are 5 to 6 people sitting in front of you, okay, and they will be asking some questions randomly. So if the person is belonging to anthropology, then anthropology background, he will ask related to anthropology. If he's an engineering professor, then he will ask related to the any current affairs related to engineering, or any advancements in the technology. So that depends on the the professor who is sitting in front of you and his background. So that's why some of the interview people who are going for the interview all the time try to know the background of the panel members, and accordingly they will be preparing certain list of questions, and accordingly they try to crack the interview. Okay, these are the basics you need to know with respect to preparation of the UPSC. Okay, so this is the basic stuff. So how many marks you are getting? Okay, so next what I will say is so syllabus which is present in the Indian economy. So what is the syllabus in the Indian economy? We will discuss. So how for a normal layman person, how what is the possibility of clearing this exam? So that I will discuss. So for example, if you take the syllabus with respect to the Indian economy, syllabus pattern which is mentioned in the Indian economy. So most of the time we will concentrate on the syllabus which is given in the mains. Okay, mains. So most of the time, any aspirant, new aspirant, okay, who is interested in the UPSC should know what is the syllabus. So first of all, okay, so UPSC has given a list of syllabus related to the different subjects. Okay, so you should know what is the syllabus and what is the structure of the syllabus. Then only you will come to know whether those subjects are very interested to you or not. Okay, and at the same time, what you have to concentrate on is, even though most of the subjects are unknown, if you start preparing from now onwards, then there is a possibility that you can get accustomed to all the subjects which are mentioned in the UPSC syllabus. So coming to Indian economy, if you see the first topic which were mentioned in the Indian economy, it is the planning, mobilization of resources, and growth and development and employment. So that means the basics of, we will start the Indian economy from the basics. Okay. So with respect to there are two types of approaches we are following with respect to this dealing this total syllabus of UPSC. So with respect to the inter and at the degree level. Okay. So here in inter, so we will concentrate on the Indian economy basics. Okay. Indian economy. Okay. So economy basics. Okay. So basics in the sense, so with respect to various topics which are given in the syllabus, so we will try to summarize all the topics in the inter summary. Okay. So based on the NCERTs. Okay. So this NCERT is the books you will be taking as a reference and trying to give certain insights at the inter level. Okay. And with respect to the degree, okay, so we will go in depth. Okay. So in-depth analysis, which is helpful for the aspirant while writing the mains answers. Okay. So most of the time the prelims and as well as mains. Okay. These are the areas you need to concentrate on. So in the starting with respect to the inter, the basic summary of NCERTs, which is helpful in the prelims. And in the degree, in-depth analysis of each and every topic, which will give you insights regarding the mains. So this is the basic approach we are following in the dealing with the Indian economy. So even though you know various some of the topics, some of the people are having good economic in the basic 10th class level, some of the people know about the economy. So if they are interested, then easily they can understand. Some of the people are not having any idea about the Indian economy. So that's why we are dealing or discussing the basic subjects with respect to the level of understanding of the student will be taken into consideration. And accordingly, in the inter stage itself, we will be providing the basic stuff. And after going to the degree, we will give in-depth analysis and with respect to the mains, how should be the approach, what should be the approach of a student will be discussed. And coming to the syllabus, if you see, with respect to the inter, okay, so this planning, so what is the planning, types of planning, what is the advantages of planning? So this is the approach we will follow for the inter. And with respect to degree, if you with respect to the planning, if you say, okay, so how far the planning is successful, how far the planning has been implemented by the government of India, that is Planning Commission. and why Planning Commission has been replaced by the Niti. So these are the two different approaches. So here the basic stuff will be discussed at the inter level, and the degree level. Here we will discuss about in depth, like how planning has been helpful in the Indian economic development. So what factors has led to the change of Planning Commission to the Niti Aayog. Okay, so this is the basic one. And at the same time, if you see with respect to the mobilization of resources, so resources means here all the time there are natural resources are there, okay, and as well as man-made resources are man-made resources. So natural resources are nothing but the resources like soil, okay, water, forest, okay. So these are all considered to be natural resources. So these natural resources are available. So here mobilization in the sense, so mobilization of various resources they are saying. So mobilization of various resources they are saying. So mobilization in the sense, mobilization means, so while we are planning any of the plan. So for example, if you take a budget, okay. So budget is nothing but, so what is the income of the people, okay. And what is the expenditure of the people will be taken into consideration, and accordingly we will plan and we will try to maximize the income, minimize the expenditure, wasteful expenditure can be reduced in the budget. So here all the time what we need to understand is, so for any country like India, so it is having a large number of population. So there is a large number of population out there. So for planning India, which is having a different or diversified section of the people, it is very tough. So we need to identify from where we are getting the income. So, and from where we are expenditure, for the expenditure of the country should be known, so that the resources which we have mobilized can be distributed to the section of the people at an optimal way. So that means here different types of resources, how we are mobilizing it, how we are accumulating it, how we are collecting it, and how we are distributing it is considered to be one of the topic which is mentioned in the syllabus. So for example, mobilization of resources in the sense, example, we will take water. So for this mobilization of resources, we will take example as water. So this water is helpful to the farmers, okay, and this water is helpful to the industries, and this water is helpful to the for the people for drinking water, okay, and same this water is helpful for generating power, okay. So that means water has many advantages, okay. So we can develop the industries, we can develop the farmer or agriculture sector, we can generate power, so we can provide drinking water facilities to the people. So how we how we are able to collect the water? So major source for the water is rivers, okay. So major source of water is rivers, lakes, okay, glaciers, okay. So glaciers, and at the same time you can see here major source of water is the ponds, etc. So from this we are getting the water and distributing the water. How we are distributing the water? So through irrigation facilities, through irrigation facilities. So what is this irrigation facilities means? What are the different types of irrigation facilities means? Here we can distribute the water through canals, okay, or tanks, or well irrigation, tanks or well irrigation. So these are the various channels in which water will be provided to all the sections of the people and industries. So that means here with respect to the water, one of the resources, natural resources available in the nature is helpful in development of all these entities. So how we are mobilizing the water means, so first we have to calculate the number of water resources which are present in that country, and at the same time how we are able to distribute that water to all the sections of the people, and accordingly while distributing, sometimes the government is facing certain problems. So what are the different types of problems well distributing. And at the same time, constructing these irrigation facilities to all the sections of the people, it is very tough. So why government is facing certain problems in the distribution of water. So these are all the parameters or the dimensions you need to consider, and accordingly we have to mobilize the resource and distribute those resources to the public, or distribute that resources to the industries or agriculture sector. So this is how it is. So that's why mobilization of resources is a very laborious task, and accordingly we have to identify the resources and accordingly allocate that resources to the public. So this is one of the point you need to remember. And with respect to the growth and development and employment, so growth means here the GDP of that country, okay, and GDP of that country will give you certain information related to the growth. And development means not only the GDP, we have to take it into other parameters like health parameters, okay, and educational parameters, and other parameters where the development of the people can be analyzed. So for example, classical example, what we are taking is with respect to analyzing this growth and development. Actually, this growth and development was concept was developed in biology. Okay, later this was applicable to the Indian economy. So for example, so if you take a person from birth to death, okay, if you take the level of understanding or with respect to the growth of brain or with respect to the growth of high, with respect to growth, if you take a person will be growing from an infant to the adolescent stage. If you see, there is a growth with respect to the height and growth with respect to the brain and as well as heart. So that is considered to be called as growth with respect to basic sense in biology. And development means growth in the IQ levels, okay, thinking levels is nothing but a development. Okay, so that is the basic difference between growth and development in the biology. Same concept was applied to the economy, in which the GDP is nothing but goods and service produced within the country is nothing but a growth of a country can be analyzed. And development means not only producing goods and service within the country, but we need to improve the standard of living of the people. How we can improve the standard of living of the people? By providing health services, by providing educational services and etc. So this is considered to be called as a development. So how we can achieve the development in the economy? So that will be asked in the mains or in the UPSC exam. And how far the growth is helpful in analyzing the development growth of the country. So growth parameters like GDP calculation. Okay. So these are some of the dimensions you need to remember. And similarly with respect to the employment as well. Similarly with respect to the employment. So what are the different types of employment in the economy? And at the same time, how far this employment is very much useful in the development and of the country. So these are some of the points you need to remember. Next one is with respect to the inclusive growth. So inclusive growth. So what is inclusive growth? Okay. So inclusive growth is also one of the topic. So inclusive growth. So inclusive growth in the sense there are certain sections of the people, okay, in the society, okay, and at the same time there are many other people who are left out, okay. So if we include and give certain development of the country to those people is nothing but an inclusive growth, okay. So that means certain sections of the people are left out in the society, like a backward castes like SCs or STs or any others. Okay, so if we bring those people into the mainstream society and providing necessary facilities to them, those that concept to analyze how far growth is distributed is through inclusive growth. Okay, so inclusive growth means developing the backward section of the people, or inclusive growth means including the backward section of the people in the mainstream society is nothing but an inclusive growth. And because to achieve this inclusive growth, government is implementing various programs. So how far these programs are, how far these programs are been successful, what are the issues in with respect to the distribution of resources to all the sections of the people, issues arising it can be analyzed through inclusive growth. So that's why inclusive growth concept has been mentioned in the syllabus. Next, another one is government budgeting. So government budgeting means, as I said, so budget is nothing but a statement. Okay, so in which you have the income where you are getting and expenditure which you are spending. So this information is given in the budget. So here government budgeting means there are different types of budgets are followed by the government. So what are the types of budget? Okay, so here we will discuss about types of budget, and with respect to the budget, how far we are able to mobilize the income, so mobilize the resources, mobilization of resources. So already we have discussed here mobilization of resources, so that is helpful in the budgeting of the mobilization of resources. Okay, and at the same time how to distribute, so distribution of resources, distribution of resources. So these are all some of the information related to the budget. Okay, and this budget is prepared by the, so this budget is prepared by the finance minister and introduced in the parliament by the finance minister. So once the budget is passed by the passed in the parliament, then the government is able to withdraw money from the consolidated fund of India, and accordingly it can, so and accordingly it can withdraw money, and accordingly it can do certain expenditure. That means it can implement certain programs, or it can construct certain projects. So the budget gives you the basic information related to the income of the country and expenditure of the country. Okay, so for that income, so we have to mobilize the resources, and expenditure means how we are distributing of the resources is mentioned in the budget. So that is what we are going to discuss with respect to the government budgeting. Okay, next, at the same time, the majority of the topics are being included, okay, with respect to agriculture sector. Okay, so for example, total economy. Okay, so economy is divided into agriculture, industries, and as well as service sector. Okay, service sector. So that means economy is divided into three sectors. So one is the agriculture sector, industry sector, industrial sector, and service sector. So these three sectors, among these three sectors, agriculture sector has given more weightage in the UPSC. Okay, that means agriculture related topics have been added more in number with respect to UPSC. So because most of the people in India are dependent on the agriculture sector, so that's why the agriculture sector has been given more priority in the UPSC exam. Okay, so coming to the exam, what is the syllabus they have mentioned with respect to agriculture means the major crops. So cropping pattern in various parts of the country. Okay, so cropping pattern means here different types of crops grown in India. So what are the different types of crops grown? Which area they are growing is mentioned, or we will discuss with respect to the different types of cropping patterns in various parts of the country. So for example, if you take South India and North India, and there are different types of agriculture seasons are there. Kharif season, okay, and Rabi season if you take. So there are three seasons are there. Another one is Zayad seasons are there. So for example, in South India, during Kharif season or during rainy season, most of the people used to grow rice. Even in the North India also, people used to grow, major crop is rice. But Rabi season, if you take, okay, so South India people grow rice, but in North India, most of the people grow wheat. So that means these are the different types of crops which are grown in India and different parts of the country. So what are the factors which are encouraging farmers to grow rice or wheat or any other crop? So on what factors this cropping pattern is dependent on, and what are the different steps taken by the government to change the cropping pattern in India. So why? Because before a green revolution, so green revolution is the nothing but one of the revolution which is encouraging or develop the agriculture crops in India, so that a total food production can be increased. So after green revolution, okay, so most of the crops production has increased and productivity has increased. So then one of the feature of green revolution, impact of green revolution, if you see, so farmers are growing only the rice and as well as wheat. Okay, so largest crops which are in India are rice or wheat. So after green revolution, so why there is a rice or wheat? So farmer can grow any other crops like pulses or any other crops, but only rice and wheat are been grown by the most of the farmers. So one of the reasons for that one is so what are the reasons for that one is so first one is government is distributing high yielding variety of seeds related to the rice and wheat extensively, because as the population of India is more in number, so we need to grow the first food crops. We need to give priority to the food crops. Later we have to give priority to other crops. So that's why rice and wheat have been extensively grown in India. So that means the government policies which are present in India or taken up by the government are determining the cropping patterns or the different types of crops grown by the farmer in different parts of the country. And various other dimensions also will be discussed in this cropping pattern. And the types of irrigation and irrigation system. Previous slide, I have mentioned about different types of irrigation systems. So this irrigation system will provide necessary water to the public or to the industries or to the any of the people which is required. So any people who are required or in necessity of water, this irrigation facilities provide necessary water facilities to all the sections of the people. So what are the different types of irrigation systems which are followed in India? And at the same time, with respect to construction of irrigation projects, what are the problems faced by the government? And at the same time, if you see, most of the irrigation facilities like irrigation projects, they were not completed within a short period of time. So what are the problems faced by the government in the construction of irrigation facilities? And what are the different types of programs implemented by the government will be discussed in this irrigation. And storage and transport. Storage and transport means, for example, farmer is producing the goods, and accordingly, those goods has to be transported to the market yards. So, for example, farmer is there. So, farmer is producing the agriculture goods. Like, for example, he has produced the rice. So, he has to take that rice to the market yards. So, take that rice to the market yards. So, these market yards will facilitate the farmer and as well as a trader. So trader or the government entity like FCI. So here farmer is considered to be seller, and this trader or FCI is considered to be buyer. So this market yard is facilitating the seller and as well as the buyer. So that means whenever there is any particular agriculture production is there, it is at the place of market yard or at the place of farmer or at the place of trader. The whatever the agriculture production which is produced by the farmer, it has to be stored. So, but in India, one of the major problem is it doesn't have the proper storage facilities. Okay, so we don't have the cold storages. So if there is a excess production is produced by the farmer, to store that food grains, there is no proper storage facilities at the market yard. So why that problem has been erased, even though India has got almost 75 years of Indian independence. So why India did not develop the storage facilities to the top level of the farmer production? So what is the reasons behind it? What are the steps taken by the government? And at the same time, so whenever farmer produce the rice, he need the transportation facilities. Okay, transportation facilities. So transportation facilities need to be developed to reach to the market yard. So some of the areas, particularly Indian geography is in such a way that we have some areas have hilly areas, some areas are plateau, some areas are present in the plains. So most of the people who are living in the hilly areas doesn't have proper transportation facilities, even though they have produced the agriculture crop protection. So that's why the government is trying to construct all weather roads and provide necessary transportation facilities to the farmer so that he can take the agriculture production to the market. So that means what are the transportation facilities provided by the government to the farmer? What are the different types of programs? And what are the challenges faced by the farmers and as well as government in providing these transportation facilities? Next one, marketing of agriculture produce and issues related to the constraints. So for example, this market yard is controlled by some of the committees called as agriculture produce marketing committees, which is called as APMC. So this is controlled by the state governments all the time. So here market yard has to be facilitating this farmer and as well as the trader or FCI. So what has happened is this APMC is not providing correct information to the farmer. So farmer is unaware about the various types of prices of various agriculture commodities. Okay. So for example, government has announced MSP. So MSP means minimum support price. Okay. To rice. Okay. So that means the price at which government is buying from the farmer, which is called as a minimum support price. So this minimum support price is helpful in the providing necessary price to the farmer. So which is given to the farmer. Why? Because farmer should not be at a problem. Okay, should not be facing any other issues with respect to the selling of its products. So for example, there is a huge supply is increased, supply is more and demand is less. Then what will happen? The prices of various commodities will come down. So in this case, the farmer has to sell its products at lower prices. So sell its products at lower prices. So to overcome this, farmer can go to the market yards and accordingly he can get at least minimum support price in the market yards. So he need not sell its products at lower prices in the market. Okay. So if he go to the market yards, then he can get minimum support price. Okay. So that means in this scenario, like whenever we are having high supply, low demand, the prices are less. Okay. So this is with respect to the retail market. So if he is having an option, then if he go to the market yard, then he can get at least minimum support. So that is what mentioned over here. So what are the different types of problems the farmer is facing with respect to the market yards? Okay, what are the constraints which are mentioned over here will be discussed. And technologies will be helpful in the providing necessary service to the farmers. What are the different types of technologies which were adopted will be discussed. Okay, so these are all some of the syllabus which is mentioned over here. Okay, and if you see with respect to the public distribution system, so public distribution system, so here public distribution system means so once the FCI has brought all the food grains from the market yard, it has to distribute to the all the sections of the people. Okay, so who are considered to be eligible persons. So this network is nothing but network which was developed by the FCI in distributing all the subsidized food grains to the people is nothing but a public distribution system. So what is the objectives, functioning, limitations, and revampage? So these are the topics we are going to discuss under public distribution system. And buffer stocks need to be maintained. So food security. So food security means we have to provide necessary food to the eligible persons or the beneficiaries, and accordingly necessary food has to be distributed to the poorer sections of the people at a lower price and affordable prices. Then it is called as a food security. And further to achieve food security, we have to maintain buffer stocks. So what are the problems, issues faced by the government with respect to maintaining buffer stocks and achieving food security? So that will be discussed. And technology machines means certain technology machines which are started in 1987 to increase the food production, and other dimensions we will discuss in the technology machines. And animal rearing is also one of the dimension which is mentioned over here. Animal rearing means livestock. Okay. So what are the different programs implemented in that animal rearing are also discussed. Okay. Next one is food processing. So another important one with respect to agriculture is food processing. Okay. Food processing in the sense, for example, uh, once the trader has got any from the market yard, he will get the certain food grains. Okay. This trader will what he will do is he will improve the quality of that food grains. So quality in the sense packaging uh, various food grains at a retail prices. Okay. So packing of the food grains is nothing but improving the quality, and selling it to the consumer, okay, is nothing but food processing. So he can improve the quality of the food grains. So by removing any of the stones in the food grains, or by packing based on the certain standards fixed by the government, is nothing but a food processing. So that type of industries are coming up in India. So what is the scope and significance and location? So what is the upstream downstream requirements? Upstream means uh, with respect to the, if any industry is there, so backward linkages are called as a downstream. Okay. And forward linkages are called as upstream. Okay. Or forward linkages are called as upstream. So development of these linkages is nothing but upstream and downstream. So what are the upstream and downstream linkages under food processing industry will be discussed. And at the same time, finally, supply chain management. Supply chain management means, so from this food processing industry, we have to distribute the food to the consumer. So that means here there are retail traders are there are wholesale traders are there, and consumers are there. So this network is nothing but a supply chain. Okay, this network is nothing but a supply chain. So this supply chain management, how far it is feasible. So how to develop this supply chain management will be discussed in this food processing industry. Okay, so these are all part of agriculture. Uh, okay, so agriculture sector. So agriculture sector has been given more priority with respect to the UPSC. So more number of questions are asked from this agriculture sector itself. And next one is land reforms. So land reforms means there are certain section of the people during independence. The large amount of land is present with only few section of the people. So taking the land from the large section of the people and redistributing it to the landless people is nothing but a land reforms. And there are many other dimensions are there, so that we will discuss with respect to land reforms. Next. And there are many other dimensions are there. So liberalization of economy. So India has faced economic problems during 1991. So to overcome that economic problems, so it has introduced certain reforms, which is called as LPG reforms. Okay. So this LPG reforms is nothing but L means liberalization, P means privatization, G means globalization. So these LPG reforms were being introduced. So what are the effects of LPG reforms? How industrial sector has been growth has been achieved after LPG reforms? So what are the policies of India before 1991? Okay. So what are the policies of India before 1991, after 1991? Okay. So policies before 1991, after 1991. So industrial policies that will be discussed. So based on the policy, how industrial growth has been achieved. So this is another dimension which is mentioned. Next, for the development of any country, we required infrastructure. So infrastructure means energy, that is power plants, construction of power plants, okay, and construction of ports, roads, airports, and railways. So construction of all these is nothing but a infrastructure. So what are the challenges faced by the government with respect to construction of infrastructure, and how it is mobilizing the resources? What are the policies of India will be discussed in this infrastructure. So finally, investment models. So for example, one of the famous model which is implemented by the government is public-private partnership. So public-private partnership is one of the model which is implemented. There are many other models which were defined by the government to develop the economy. So what are those models? How far these models have been successful? If there is a drawbacks, what are those drawbacks? How to overcome those drawbacks will be discussed in this investment models. Okay, so these are considered to be the basic syllabus. Okay, so syllabus with respect to Indian economy. So every person, what I will advise is, you have to go to the syllabus and try to have a glance about the syllabus. And UPSC has more elaborately mentioned the syllabus with respect to the prelims and as well as mains. So all the time we have to concentrate on the mains. So if you study for the mains, if you complete the mains, then automatically the prelims topics will be covered. Okay, so so my advice to all the people is, so try to concentrate on this mains syllabus, and accordingly that syllabus what you have read dimensions or most of the topics in the prelims would be covered. Okay, so with respect to Indian economy, so we are having an approach for the inter, okay, and as well as NCRT based approach, okay, NCRT basics, and as well as for the degree people, so we will concentrate on the advanced topics. Okay, so advanced topics in the sense in-depth analysis will be given to the aspirants who are preparing for the degree. And with respect to the degree, we will be having a answer writing practice, answer writing practice. Okay, so most of the exams will be conducted weekly. Okay, so weekly exams will be conducted. So one of the important element. So one of the important element or the component in the UPSC preparation. So that will be taken care by the certain team of people who are in the college. And accordingly, after completion of the course, you will be having certain idea. So what should be the approach need to be followed with respect to any of the questions in the which are given in the exam. So for example, first we will take up the previous year questions. So previous year questions. Okay, so previous year questions will be taken, and accordingly for those previous year questions, and from that previous year questions we can estimate what are the next year they may ask. So sometimes if you take infrastructure, so most of the time for 1 year they ask about railways, a question related to railways. Then second year they may ask related to the ports. So that means alternatively, so year after year they will be concentrating on one of the infrastructure questions. So we are able to predict some of the questions by elimination process. So based on that one, accordingly, if you are concentrating on those current affairs and as well as the prediction, if you are having the ample answer writing practice, then it is easy for you to write answers in the mains. So because uh, if you take with respect to the mains, okay, so you will be having a 20 questions, okay, and a 3 hours time period, and each question you have hardly 10 minutes or maximum 12 minutes. So if you are having, so maximum 10 to 12 minutes. So that means in this 10 to 12 minutes you have to analyze the question. So you have to write the intro and a body and as well as conclusion. Okay, so body and conclusion. So that means for writing these answers with respect to the mains, it is very tough job unless you are having a rigorous practice. So that practice of answer writing will be given at a degree level itself, and at the same time continuous conduction of the prelims MCQs questions every week. So every week based on the syllabus what we have completed, so we will be having certain tests. Every week a test will be conducted. So test with respect to the prelims. The mains will be conducted based on the requirement. Okay, so based on the requirements. And a degree third year people will be having some answer writing sessions, which is helpful for the aspirants with respect to the mains. Okay, so this is the approach what we are following here. Okay, so do you have any doubts? So, there is a 10 minutes time availability is there. Do you have any doubts? So you can write it in the comment section. So do you have any doubts? All the participants, do you have any doubts with respect to so with respect to the UPSC preparation or with respect to your approach? Okay, so do you have any doubts? So you can ask me. So in the comment section you can type. Yes. Any doubts, guys? So this is with respect to the Indian economy syllabus and what should be the approach you need to follow. And what is the approach we are following has been explained in this 1 hour class. Yeah. So if there is no doubts, then we will wind up the class. Yeah. So actually we don't have the one-to-one discussion, I think so, because mute option has been given, I think so. Okay. Okay. So do prepare well. So you are the people, you have chosen UPSC is the next goal. Okay. My suggestion is try to have a proper glance about the syllabus. Okay. By seeing the syllabus, don't worry. So it is very vast. For that purpose only, we are giving necessary insights and as well as coaching to all the section of the people. Okay. And at the same time, by the completion of the course, you will get some idea, insights regarding the UPSC. And this exam, not only these topics what we have discussed is not only useful for the UPSC, okay, exam, it is helpful for the various exams like SSC. Okay, there are various exams which are conducted by CAPF, okay, and RBI and NABARD. So these are various organizations which are conducting different exams. So apart from UPSC, so for these exams also the uh, contents what we are discussing is very much helpful. Okay, so not only UPSC, because some of the people may not clear UPSC can target these exams as well. So it is a matter of time. So how you are approach what you have developed in this course, which is with respect to the inter or degree, this will be helpful in getting at least a government job. So that is what I can say. Okay. So this is with respect to the my point of view. So if you have any doubts, okay, you can ask me. Okay, you can take the mobile number from the corresponding management and you can clear your doubts. With this, I am concluding the class, guys. So thank you very much for all the people who have participated in the class. Wish you all the best. See you in the next class. Thank you.